What's up everyone, more Unwashed Hair here, and today we're doing something a bit different. I know that the side of the camera is pretty messed up. I don't know how to fix that, so I guess I'll just have to deal with it. So today, we're in a different setting. See, that corner is usually where I do my videos, but today we're doing my CD collection in celebration of our first CD review, which isn't even out yet, but okay. But I'm just going to show all my CDs. So the first two here, I have, they were already out because I was listening to them today. The first one here is, what's it called? Loaded by the Velvet Underground, their album from 1970, which is actually going to be the next album review and our first CD review in like almost 2 years. But anyway, yeah, I'm not going to give any opinions on it yet, because that's for the next video. Next one here, though, is a classic, and it's something I would much rather have on vinyl, but I have it on CD, and that is Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. Very famous album. I don't even know what's going on there, but I don't know why the camera quality on this is so crap today. But, this, I guess, is sort of grunge records. Most of these are kind of grunge records, but some of them aren't. First three I have here is my Smashing Pumpkins CD collection, and I sort my albums into chronological order in the years that they came out, in bands, that is. I don't do them in alphabetical, but I have Gish, which is actually the first album review I ever did on this channel ever. It's a solid debut album. If you want more opinions, go watch my crappy first video about it. Next album, they're definitely their best album, and it's Siamese Dream from 1993. Really good album. I don't really can't say much else about it. It's just, alright, hang on a second, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I turned the light off because it was just really dodgy looking with it on, and this may be like the only time when a video actually looks better with without lighting. But anyway, the next album is Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness by the Smashing Pumpkins again. And this is my last Smashing Pumpkins album. I think it's a double album. Yeah, it's a double album. Pretty good album. Definitely recommend listening to it. Oh, this is one I got for free of a local artist. His name is Luke Thomas. He is really good. He actually taught me guitar, or tried to teach. I mean, it's not his fault. I just could not play guitar, and I really didn't do anything to learn it. But yeah, psychedelic, I'd say, kind of artist. It's actually an EP, not an album. But yeah, shout out to Luke Thomas. Really cool dude. Gave me this for free. Yeah. Next one I have here is, I didn't buy this. This is an old one. Most of these are actually from my mother's old CD collection, but quite a few of these I did buy. Next one here is Betty by Helmet from the 90s. 90s heavy metal band from New York City. Yeah, decent album, I'd say. Next one is a pretty famous one from the same year as that last album. It is Grace by Jeff Buckley, also from 1994. It's a really good album. Good album. Listen. Next one here. It's not actually a studio album. It's the Greatest Hits album by The Cure. Cure, really good. I'm actually getting, at least I think I am, but I think I'm getting the Pornography vinyl for Christmas. Not with actual pornography, obviously, the Cure album. But yeah. Yeah, good album. Good. This is another. This is my Nine Inch Nails albums. It's Pretty Hate Machine with Nine Inch Nails. This one's actually, I don't know why, but it's covers in sideways. I think it's supposed to be like that. But really, a really good debut. I reviewed this album, and I'm pretty sure that I did review this next album, the Downward, literally down, the Downward Spiral from 1994. I'm sure that I did, but I think it may have gotten taken down. I don't remember it. I don't know if I even made one because I was off YouTube for a long time. But yeah, good album. Good album. They're both good albums, and they're the only two Nine Inch Nails albums I own. And these are my getting into my Silverchair albums. There is their debut album, Frog Stomp, which is actually 20th anniversary deluxe edition. I think I got this from my uncle. Yeah, and there's all there's pictures on the inside of them. They're very young when they made this album, and it's really good. You know, good on them. Good on them for making a really good album. There's a next album, Freak Show, 1997. Bit older when they made this, but still pretty young. It's not as good as Frog Stomp, obviously, but it's some alright tracks in there. No, here's some really good albums. Two of my favourite 90s albums, and they're both by the same band. It is Oasis, Definitely Maybe. I don't even remember where I got this or how. Actually, I think this is a mother's CD, or I got it in the city somewhere. I'm not sure. Probably the best debut album I've ever heard. Probably even better than Led Zeppelin 1, which I actually just did a review on. Really good album too, but I don't have it on CD. The next album, though, I think is a bit better, and it's a pretty famous album in the 90s, and is What's the Story? Morning Glory. That next album from 1995. If you want a really good Britpop album, definitely listen to this. If you want to get into Britpop, just definitely listen to it. Oasis overall. Just really good. Great band. Unfortunately, they're not around anymore. Next album is Wave of Mutilation, the best of the Pixies. Pixies, really great 80s alternative band from Boston, Massachusetts. They very much influenced grunge. Big influence on Kurt Cobain of Nirvana. I don't even have to say that he's from Nirvana. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, even better than Nirvana, I reckon. Way better. Good album. Next is a compilation album by In Excess, an Australian 80s band. Probably heard some of their songs. Got all their really good songs on it. It's got like, whoa, that's 41 songs on this album. It is huge. But yeah, really good band. Check out In Excess. Now here's my Nirvana discography. Alright. Now I remember I actually bought 3 out of 4 of these, so only one of them is an old one. So I'll start off with their most famous album, Nevermind. Oh, There's a Baby's Willie. Can't show that on YouTube. That's pretty bad, but I mean, it's alright. Over time, I've just kind of liked Nirvana less and less, because I don't know why, I just don't like them as much as I used to, but I still think they're alright. Incesticide. I remember getting this. I don't even know what this is. I think it's like a unreleased tracks album, released in 1992, just before their next album. Yeah, it's alright. It's got some good tracks on it. Next album is an original CD from the 90s, and that is In Utero by Nirvana. I like this more than Nevermind, to be honest. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's a good album. Listen to this if you really want to get into Nirvana. Next one is a Nirvana live album, and that is From the Muddy Banks of the... how do you pronounce it? Whisker. I think that's a river in Washington, where they were from. But It's alright. It's an alright live album. Next is some Alice in Chains records. Not records. CDs that I have reviewed on this channel before. That is Facelift from 1990, a debut. Alright album, I'll say. And Dirt from 1992. Definitely the better album here. I reckon they're both good, but this one really good. These are my Pearl Jam CDs. It's 10 from 1991, debut. I reckon even better than Nevermind. Really good album. Listen to this first if you want to get into like grunge or Pearl Jam out. This next album is not grunge. It is, well, let me cover that price tag. Versus from 1993. Definitely not a grunge album, but not a bad album. But yeah, it's alright. This is The Great Escape by Blur from 95. I think this is their 4th album. Blur, Britpop band from the 90s, along with Oasis and I guess you could say Radiohead. Radiohead were more of a sort of progressive sort of band. Not really Britpop, but I'm gonna put them there anyway. And the next one is the first Blur album I ever got, and that is Blur, The Best Of, which is, well, a best of album. But I'm just gonna grab some more CDs here. Alright, that's quite a lot. Good God, okay. This next one doesn't even have a cover on it, but it's Franz Ferdinand, their debut album, 2004. Take Me Out's a really good song. Okay. And this is one I got from my dad for my birthday. I'm pretty sure this is for my birthday. It is The Chronicles of Australian Punk. Very nice. There's lots of songs on this. So yeah. Pretty good punk record. John Lennon CD, like best of album. John Lennon with his awful 1980 mullet, but still, it's a good album. Oh, another one I got from my dad. Recovery. Every single band that appeared on Recovery. Recovery was an Australian TV show that used to show bands from like the 90s and stuff. Pretty cool. And there is like a lot of songs. Like, just look at all of those tracks. Yeah, it's a big album. Next one I also got from my dad, I think, but yeah, and that is Dummy by Portishead, which is not a punk album, but it's a electronic album from also the mid-90s. And yeah, I actually didn't realize I had this, but yeah. Greatest Hits by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're not my favourite band. I mean, they have some good songs, I suppose, but I have more of their albums, but they're not in order for some reason. And there are a few of these. Actually, I'll just get. Good God. Alright, so this is an actual Red Hot Chili Peppers album. It is, what's it called again? Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's, I got this from my teacher, actually. Shout out to my teacher from, primary school. Grade 6. Really cool teacher. Actually gave me quite a few CDs. So, yeah. This next one is another Greatest Hits album, Red Hot Chili Peppers, from the early 90s. So yeah, that's the back cover. You know, pretty good. And White Stripes albums. I'm sure I just had another one. I don't know where it went though. Maybe it's still in there. Okay, it's in there still, I think. But Get Behind Me Satan by White Stripes. I don't even remember where I got this from actually. No, I don't remember. But yeah, I like the White Stripes. They're like a sort of old style band. Next one, the very best of the Doors. I do want Doors vinyls, but yeah, pretty good. There's just massive pile of CDs behind me. Here's another White Stripes album, Elephant. I also don't remember where it. Actually, no, I think my dad had 2 copies of this somehow. I don't know why, but yeah. So I got to have this one, Rumours by Fleetwood Mac, pretty famous one. That was also one of my mum's records. Not records. Keep calling them records, but albums. One artist I actually don't listen to. I've never heard, but I don't even know how to pronounce his name. If you actually know how to pronounce his name, please put that in the comments because I don't know. Synchronized. I really don't have anything to say about this album, so I'm just gonna put it there. Surrender by the Chemical Brothers. I think I have 2 copies of this. I don't know why. I don't listen to them. So I didn't. Yeah, that was my mum's, and I think my dad also had one. But here is Garbage. I don't remember if. No, yeah. Haven't heard this either. Actually, I'll be honest. A lot of these albums I haven't even heard, but I just don't know. Regurgitator. I don't even know what that album name is. I can't tell. Regurgitator, Australian band. I've heard they're decent. I haven't heard them myself. And here's my Smiths albums, who I actually really enjoy, and I actually do listen to these. First one here is Meat is Murder from 1985. I gave this a pretty low rating on my review of it last year, but I've started to like it more over time. It's a really good album. Yeah, definitely let's do it. But this next one I think is even better, and that is The Queen is Dead by the Smiths, which is their next record after Meat is Murder. But they're both really good albums. This one's really good. I'm gonna get into the Smiths. Listen to this. Singles by the Smiths. Again, another one of my mother's albums. But yeah, pretty good. Pretty good in there. I'm just gonna get the next bunch of records. I keep calling them records. It's bothering me. Children Collide. I haven't heard them. I think my mom listened to them. Okay. Got some REM albums here. Automatic for the People, 1992. Famous 90s album. Famous REM album. Yeah. REM, New Adventures in Hi-Fi. I have not heard it. Was one of my mum's. But yeah. Spiderbait. Another Australian band. Yeah. Okay, cool. And Greatest Hits by Spiderbait. They were both my mother's, so yeah. And okay, here's some good ones. Here is Everlong. Oh wait, what is it? What this album's called? No, The Colour and the Shape. That's right. I've forgotten kind of everything about 90s music, but it does have the song Everlong on it. But yeah, Foo Fighters. Another Foo Fighters album is Echo, Silence, Patience and Grace from 2009. Pretty sure it was 2009 when that came out. But yeah, this one's a good one. The Stone Roses, the debut album by the Stone Roses. Really good 80s record. Definitely listen to this. I'm gonna get into Britpop. Debut album by Rage Against the Machine. Called Rage Against the Machine. 92. Yeah, good sort of rap rock album, like the only good MacBook and on it. There's another one of my mum's. Nocturama by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. I do know some of Nick Cave's music, but nothing on that album in particular. I'm pretty sure. There's Stone Temple Pilots. This is Core, their debut album. Has Plush on it. Yeah, it's pretty good. And I don't even know whether I had another Stone Temple Pilots album. I don't know where it is, so it should be in here. But yeah, Core 1992, good album. This next one is better, I reckon, and that is Purple from '94. Really good one. I reviewed this also back in 2016. I think I gave it a pretty good review from what I remember, and yeah, fair enough. It's a good album. Some Muse albums. Showbiz, the first one from 1999. I've really liked what I've heard of this so far. I don't really like Muse, but this is good. Origin of Symmetry. I don't even know where I got this, but Plug-in Baby is a really good song, and that's on this. So yeah. And I got this for like, what was it, like $1? I got this for $1 at an op shop. So yeah, that's a Sidonia. Yeah. Okay, got some Weezer, Radiohead, getting into the really good albums now. So I've reviewed this album. This is the Blue Album by Weezer from 1994. Really, another really good debut album. Yeah, definitely listen to Weezer. Really good 90s band. And this one's the next one, which is Pinkerton from '96. Another really good album by them. Yeah, Weezer, really good 90s alternative band. Definitely give them a listen. Now we're getting into our Radiohead albums. A debut album, Pablo Honey, 1993. Alright album. I like this album more like 2 years ago, but now I don't like it as much, but it's still alright. This next one though, oh wait, no, actually. The My Iron Lung single from '94. Pretty decent, got some kind of rarer songs on here. But yeah, back cover. This next one though is really their first really good album, which is The Bends from '95. I have reviewed this and the next album that I'm going to show in a second. Gave them both pretty good ratings. I like this one. I think I like this one more than OK Computer. No, it's close competition. I mean, I really like everything off this album, so yeah. I like this one more, actually. Yeah, Bends, really good album. The next one, though, is like their most revered album, and that is OK Computer, 1997. It's a really good album. It's just Paranoid Android. I mean, just epic. Next one I also got from my 6th grade teacher, and that is Hail to the Thief by obviously Radiohead. It's got some of their more really popular songs on it, like 2 + 2 = 5, Sit Down, Stand Up. Yeah. 2003. So early 2000s Radiohead, not 90s. That's still pretty good. Alright, this is my Marilyn Manson. These are my Marilyn Manson albums. I got these when I have obsession with his music. This one is was my mum's from 90s, and that's Smells Like Children. Wonderful album name, and there's just some wonderful song names on this. I mean, if you can even read that, I mean, I highly doubt you can read it, but it's just, yeah, okay. It's a bit strange, I won't lie. Antichrist Superstar, also one of my mum's albums from the 90s, from '96, is the most famous album. But yeah, it's good. satanic. Mechanical Animals, my favorite one of his albums from '98. Yeah, that's a really good album. And this next one's a live album, The Last Tour on Earth of the Burning Cross. It's like the KKK here. Jesus. Different Class by Pulp. A very far cry from Marilyn Manson. But, yeah. Pulp, famous, again, British band, Britpop, 90s. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna get time to do the... I have a whole, like, another stack here of just CDs. It's, like, really big. I don't think we're gonna get time to do it. This video is, like, 25 minutes long. Almost 26 minutes. But, this is the end of it, so I'll just do these, and then I'll be done. This is Blink-182, back when I had an obsession with them. Buddha, debut album. I don't really even know if this is an album or if it's just... I'd say it's an album. Yeah, Buddha. Next one is an actual album. People say it's their debut. Cheshire Cat from 1995. It's got some good songs on it. Eminem's really good guitar riff. Yeah, it's good. Dude Ranch, 1997. Okay. This is alright. Probably better than Cheshire Cat, slightly, I'd say. This next one's their most famous though. Enema of the State, 1999. Pretty famous one. The porn star on the front and a porn star on the back with the band getting aroused, sort of. Yeah, decent album. It's got some good songs on it. 12. But yeah, that's all we're gonna have time for today. So that's quite a lot of albums. I'll make another video with my second stack of CDs. I didn't realize how many I had until like now. There's a lot. But yeah, I will see you in the next video.